Back in university, I was throwing a big end-of-year party at the shared house I rented with some friends. Everything was going great, music blasting, people dancing, drinks flowing, until I suddenly felt sick to my stomach. Both bathrooms were occupied, so I sprinted outside and threw up in the bushes. Not my proudest moment. While I was hunched over recovering, I happened to glance up and notice something strange. A window was open in the house next door. That wouldn't have been weird except for the fact that my neighbor, Eli, who lived there alone, was at our party. I crept over and peeked through the window, and sure enough, there was a man inside, stuffing jewelry, electronics, and anything valuable into a duffel bag. At first, I was too shocked to even react, but as soon as it hit me that this guy was robbing Eli's place, I ran back and shouted to the crowd that someone was breaking into the house next door. A few people pulled out their phones to call the police, but the rest, oh no, they had other plans. Some guys grabbed broomsticks, one found duct tape, and within seconds, a drunken posse stormed across the yard like an uncoordinated SWAT team. The burglar tried to flee through the window, but he didn't stand a chance. He was tackled to the floor by 3 guys with broom handles and dropped his bag instantly. He just lay there, completely frozen with terror, probably questioning every decision that had led him to this moment. The guy with the duct tape got busy tying his hands and ankles. I honestly don't know why the burglar didn't resist. Maybe he thought fighting off 5 half-drunk college guys would end worse. Then someone brought out a massive trash bag, and before I knew it, they'd wrapped his whole body up like a giant sausage, head poking out, layers and layers of tape around him. He kept mumbling things like, "Let me go. I won't come back." But we weren't even listening. A few guys went to the dollar store to find more supplies and came back with a long rope instead of rubber bands. That's when things escalated. By the time I returned from checking inside and making sure people were safe, the burglar was hanging upside down from a lamppost, looking like some DIY Halloween decoration. He looked dazed, wrapped like a human caterpillar, while everyone danced around him with red Solo cups. Someone even tried to offer him a beer, but obviously he couldn't drink it upside down. Eventually, a couple of neighbors came outside, probably about to complain about the noise, but once they saw what was going on and heard the story, they just laughed and said, "Good job catching the guy." 15 minutes later, the cops finally arrived. They tried to act serious, but I swear we saw them chuckling. Turns out the guy had been wanted for multiple break-ins in the area. They thanked us for not hurting him, carefully took him down, still fully wrapped, and stuffed him into the back of the squad car like a rolled-up carpet. And just like that, the party continued, minus one uninvited guest.